Nā ko kitea, their heart that is seen, that is heard, that is respected. And it starts right from birth. The tapu and mana of pēpi was acknowledged by Tūpuna Māori as part of the birthing. Childbirth was very tapu, and both mama and pēpi were very tapu during this time as well. For our tūpuna, birthing took place away from the kāinga, away from the village, in an isolated place. You either gave birth in the open, but still a private place, or in a special shelter called a whare kōhanga that was built especially for the birth and was abandoned after. Soothing waiata were sung during the labour to help the wāhine with her breathing and to manage the pain. Plants and leaves were used for physical relief, and at each stage the puku was felt to find the position of pēpi. When pēpi was born, it was caught, and the cord was tied and cut, tā ngai, cutting the cord. It was during tā ngai that pēpi would be told, either in a karakia, prayer, or a waiata ori, a lullaby, about the skills and accomplishments they will have in life. The cutting tool for the iho, the midcord, was either a shell or a stone. Stripped down flax fibre, muka, was used to tie the cord. The pēpi was washed quickly in the river, lake or sea, and wrapped and taken back to the village if it was born in the open, or kept in the whare kōhanga. If necessary, a massage was used for mama to move the whenua, the placenta, more quickly, and when it was out, it was checked for completeness. Then the whenua, the shell or stone, muka, and the mess were buried. The mama was washed in the river, lake or sea to physically clean her and to lift the tapu of childbirth. Then this wonderfully strong, resilient, and cold wāhine was warmed over a hāngi or steam oven, using a cloak to make a small sauna. A fire was lit, and the hot ashes or heated rocks were covered with medicinal leaves. She was inhaling the herbal steam to heal any damage and to aid with physical and mental rest. Until the pito, the cord stump, fell off pēpi's puku, the wāhine did not cook or work, resting herself and having dedicated time with pēpi. The whānau looked after them, as they did for the rest of their lives. Once pēpi was born, our tūpuna would celebrate and strengthen the mana of pēpi through tohi, the naming ceremony. It set the path for pēpi's whole life and was a reminder to everyone that pēpi were special and tapu. The ceremony had 3 parts, and the first often took place after pēpi's pito, cord stump, came off, about a week or so after birth. The pito would be disposed of by burial under a tree or rock, and a karakia was said to acknowledge the pito's essential function in keeping pēpi alive in the whenua, in the womb. The whānau and pēpi would receive manuhiri, visitors, to greet the baby, which included speeches, waiata, ori, and gifts. These welcomed pēpi and traced their journey from the atua to the whānau by the birth. The pēpi was encouraged to learn and grow with the wisdom of the different atua and the mana of their tūpuna. In the next part of the ceremony, the parents would choose which atua would help pēpi during its life. Then the pēpi, parents, grandparents, and tohunga, priests, would go to a nearby stream where pēpi would be ritually sprinkled with water or dipped as the tohunga presented the chosen names for pēpi to the atua and would then look for signs of acceptance from the atua. Pēpi was then wrapped and taken back to the whare, or marae whare. For some iwi or whānau, this is when the pito was buried, if it hadn't been earlier. The final part of tohi was to clear the tapu of the birth and to make pēpi's mana permanent for their lifetime. They were acknowledged as a person to be respected and listened to, even as pēpi. At the marae whare, whānau laid out their taonga and heirlooms such as korowai, cloaks, mats, patu, clubs and tools, and pēpi was laying on them. These were symbols of what pēpi will learn to use later in life. A tohunga chanted a ritual chant that confirmed that pēpi will learn the knowledge of the 3 baskets, nā kite o te wānanga, From kite aronui, the knowledge of peace, aroha in the arts. From kite tua uri, the knowledge of karakia, incantations and rituals. And from kite tua tea, the knowledge of war, agriculture, wood, stone and earthworks. At last, waiata was sung and speeches made, and a hakari, a feast, completed the lifting of tapu. Cooked food has the power to make tapu ineffective. Nā ko kitea, their heart that is seen, that is heard, that is respected. Our tūpuna showed how special and tapu pēpi was right from birth.